Hi, I'm not dead. I think the last video I made was in July. Sorry about that. I don't know if anyone really cares, and that's fine, but I just need to talk for a bit, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so I feel like a lot's happened and nothing's happened at the same time. Kind of hard to explain, but the bridge by my work that they started working on in May hopefully will be done in the next few weeks. I work in a really small town, so that bridge is one of the only ways to get to the other side of the town where the post office is where I have to go. So I have to cut through some roads and parking lots that I probably shouldn't, but I do anyway because it's the easiest way to get to where I need to go. So it would be nice to not have to do that anymore. So excited about that. Yeah, what else? I'm on a new medication. I have not been taking it consistently. It's not good. It's not a thing to smile about, actually. It's a Lamictal. It's a mood stabilizer, but I think it's mainly used for epilepsy. And it's kind of dangerous in the sense that, hold on, it's fucking hot in here. I had the heat on. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, it's dangerous in the sense that, it can cause some pretty significant symptoms. Nothing like venlafaxine, which had withdrawal symptoms, and I had my ass kicked by that, in June. Lamictal mostly, Steven Johnson syndrome is a thing that can happen, along with some pretty awful, I almost said awesome, not awesome, awful rashes that can develop. With Steven Johnson syndrome, I'm pretty sure can be fatal. So my psychiatrist was like, hey, you have to let me know about any odd thing that's happening with you on this medication. And I was like, yes. And then I've been taking half of the dose. I've been taking a quarter of the dose. I've taken maybe a pill once every few days. I also haven't talked to my psychiatrist in probably 2 months, which is not good because I'm going off of the script that she wrote me 2 months ago. And that's why I've been rationing my pills. I'm really good at keeping up with things, but as soon as I miss an appointment or just one thing that's kind of keeping me together, I don't do it again. That's why schedules are really important for me. I can't really explain why. I honestly have just accepted that I'm a very lazy individual with no regard for any kind of structure, but I need structure. I have ADHD. I'm stupid, but I have ADHD. So, my point being that I understand that's what's happening here, and I do know and acknowledge that I should reach out to my psychiatrist. Will I? Maybe within the next week. I gotta simmer on that one. The longer I go, the worse it gets, because I'm afraid of what the reaction's gonna be when I come back. I also know that if you miss an appointment and if they don't hear back from you, sorry, that was burning my eyeballs. I can't do that. If you miss an appointment and they don't hear from you for a while, they kind of consider you no longer a client or a patient, so whatever. Let's just hope that doesn't happen for me. I have heard from both of my sisters that I have not, well, the one, she's 10 years older than me, and brief context there, I haven't talked to her since I was 9. Lots of hot goss, family drama there that I just whatever, I'm not in the mood to go over. But my other sister, I also haven't spoken to since I was 9, but she and her and I have been trying to have a relationship probably within the last year, and she's got a lot going on. Her family stuff is pretty rough right now, and I am an elusive specter who genuinely I feel like a bad person. Let me just say that. She has tried so much to really reach out and contact and get a good rapport with me, and inside I'm so grateful for that, and I think she's a really good person. I'm struggling hard with it. Mostly her proximity to my dad, and I get it, their relationship is not my relationship. I don't have to worry about it, right? But it's just, I don't know. Everything is complicated. I feel like I'm not really focusing on anything right now. The last few months, it's just been me kind of floating in my life. I don't feel very grounded at all. I feel like it was just July. I can't believe it's November. I feel like I've been in a fugue state, Breaking Bad. I'm just gonna wander into a store naked, eventually, like, that's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm just everywhere and nowhere. I do feel like a space cadet, so that's also happening. As for why I don't really reach out to my other sister, there's just like a lot of like tension there. She was my second mom essentially, and then she left, and a lot of other stuff happened, and yeah, I can't really blame her. It is what it is. It turned out the way I turned out, and that's on me. Not really, but it is kind of. So yeah, I won't say I'm struggling, but I'm not living my best life right now, friends. I will say that. My hair is growing out. I don't like it. I mean, I like it more now than I did earlier, or previously. Like, if you saw my previous videos, I will never get it cut that short again. That was very much like, oh, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna look hot. I did it. I didn't look hot though, so like, we won't be doing that again. Like, it's fine. I much prefer me having long hair. I did buy that wig. Hello, wig. Hello, wig. Can you focus on my face, please? I'm the star of attention right now. Focus on me, camera. Yeah, my John Price hat in the background. Actually, no, I bought that to be, Raoul Duke from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That was part of my low-key cosplay of my first ever video, or one of my first ever videos on this channel. Was that last year this time? Jesus. I'm fucking old. I'm 23. I'm not that old, but I feel so old. I thought about that, like, 2016 was 10 years ago. What? Are you, like, what? Are you kidding? I feel like my mom, you know, like, she'll be like, oh, I can't believe this was so long ago, or, like, she'll reminisce about the 80s. And my mom had me late in life, so she was 35 when she had me. She literally graduated in 85. So she has a lot of memories about the 80s. Not that she reminisces a lot, but she does very much have, like, an 80s mentality, for better or for worse, you know. But it's just interesting to me to hear echoes of my mother when I talk about this. Like, oh, 2016. No. I should be shot. I should be taken out back and beaten with hammers. Yes. And it's ever more apparent when I realize that I am not in tune with meme culture anymore. And that's really depressing for me, actually. I don't know what 6'7" means. I know. I'm on Reddit. That's the only kind of social media I use apart from YouTube. I'm a grandmother. I live under a rock. I don't know what 6'7" means. I know it's a funny thing. I know it's a meme. And I'm not against it. I'm not against people having memes. I'm just not around children, and I'm not around children. I'm not in, like, children's spaces, which is good, but it's like I'm not around the people that would be using this series of numbers. So I'm just, like, not aware. I don't know what's going on ever. So yeah, yeah, I am not with it with the memes. I'm not with it with my medication. I'm not with it with my family members, and I'm not with it with my hair right now. But I'm here. I've been doing a lot of writing. I have been watching playthroughs of the original Call of Duty Warfare 3 for probably a month now. I'm really good at, like, picking long YouTube videos, and then I'll just, like, watch, like, 15 minutes here and there when I have the time, and then I'll forget about it, and then, like, a week later, I'm like, oh, freak yeah, I'm gonna sit and eat dinner to this. So I may watch that later, actually, and finish that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that's been my interest right now. I've been Papa Meat Canyon. That's been a thing. I've been watching him a lot, and like, body cam videos. So I'm with the common culture in that sense, right? Like, I like what the kids like, in the sense that I've true crime. Except I feel like that's more with the ladies, right? Like, I feel us females are really into true crime. There's, like, some psychology behind that I'm not gonna get into right now, because I don't have there are bigger and better minds than mine out there, and I'm really grateful for that, actually, because if I had to know about road infrastructure or anything, I don't think the world would be better for it, honestly. I think I noticed that after I watched that video of the guy who's like, where do all the power lines go? And in Red Dead Redemption 2, it was like all of the incorrect uses of road signs or whatever in GTA 5, and he's reading about these policies that I don't think anyone has ever really looked at. I mean, maybe, I can't say that they haven't, but all I know is that I am grateful I did not have to come up with a lot of things, ever, at all. And I'm glad that I am not in charge of keeping them in place and enforcing them. So thank you to everyone who has a brain and does important things while I get to sit and drool on myself at my job. That isn't that important. So as long as I'm alive, right, and I'm feeding myself, that's all that matters. Anyway, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. I'm gonna go finish my laundry and my dishes. But I did clean. It's like nice and clean. You can see my shrine. Don't look at my chair. That I'm not talking about. Don't look at that. Everything else though is clean, so that's good. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Yeah. Bye.